No matter how terrifying or bleak the situation may seem, the people who are closest to us help us deal with the agony and come out on top. It was. And if someone departs during a trying time, it means they never had a close relationship. Australian Bree Duvall relocated to Canada to a new life together with her boyfriend. The stunning 25-year-old was in good health, having a solid job and the man she cherished. But in a terrifying minute, all was transformed. When the incident occurred, she was out with her friends. A mishap occurred. She plunged from a high point into a deep. There were no indicators that there was a hole there. Bree simply failed to see the large hole caused by the building because it was evening. The fall was bad because it was upside down. The young child was taken to the hospital almost after, where doctors found that she had many limb fractures and severe brain damage. The saddest aspect, though, was that the doctors only gave Bree a 10% chance of surviving. What had occurred stunned her pals. Her parents and the man she had been dating for the previous 4 years were informed of the news. Bree was placed on a ventilator because she was unable to breathe on her own. She had a ventilator attached to her. Although the unhappy family who came to visit them knew there was little prospect of her surviving, they still placed confidence in the best. The family rejected the doctor's recommendation to remove Bree from her ventilator. The family refused to utilize a ventilator. And as time went on, the unlucky person's condition started to improve, according to the physicians. Bree was gradually coming back to life. She was able to open her eyes 4 weeks after her accident. Managed to get her eyes open. And this despite the fact that the physicians' predictions for Bree's prognosis were incredibly depressing. When she opened her eyes, her family was there as well. However, nobody else was present. Bree's loved ones were encouraging her as she improved. The female, however, couldn't help but notice that her favorite boyfriend was there. Since she had arrived to wake her up in her room, he hadn't appeared once. Bree learned that he had no interest in her at all. When the girl was well enough to use it again, she was handed her phone back. She discovered that the person she loved had not even sent her a text message. When Bree began inquiring about the man with her family, she was in for a huge shock. It turned out that he had abandoned her nearly right away and that he had eventually met someone else. Bree made the decision to text her ex-boyfriend to find out what was going on, but someone beat her to the punch. It turns out that the ex lacked the guts to write and defend herself. Bree's new girlfriend texted her. She penned, "I am now with him. Don't tamper with him. He lives with me and my son." Bree was, of course, devastated. Such a betrayal from someone she had total faith in caught her off guard. After all, the girl had even relocated to a different nation so she could be near the man she adored. And as soon as tough times arrived, he abandoned her. Such circumstances make you question whether the man ever loved at all. And the solution becomes clear. Bree was thus faced with a number of difficulties. She now needed to mend her heart as well as go to rehab. Her family, who had been there for her throughout this dreadful time, stood by her. That is how life reveals to us who truly merits our focus. Bree is now almost fully recovered. She was able to recover her health and mend her emotional wounds. And I want to thank her family, who has always aided and supported her. After staying in the hospital for 6 months following the accident, Bree was released. She is now back in Australia, where she is surrounded by those who have always supported her when she needed them. Some events take place, yet they do not significantly improve our lives. And having someone nearby to help us is a good thing. To assist us. And if you're left behind, it can only indicate that individuals entered your life who should have been there. Making room for genuine friendship and affection is done in that manner. These are the kinds of tales that occasionally take place in reality. I am done here. Stay tuned for more videos. Remember to subscribe and to comment. Bye.